Hello, hello. Welcome to everyone who is joining on the replay. Please enjoy enjoy the readings. And you can catch me on TikTok live most weeknights around 9 p.m. or 9:30-ish Mountain Standard Time. Okay? All right. What's up? What's up? Hello. Feel free to say hi. Just getting everything set up. Let me know how you're doing. What's your name? Are you new? All right. I'm just gonna prepare my space a little bit. Hello, hello. Okay, let me see. All right, let's. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, good evening, good evening. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Angelica. I will be your facilitator for the night. And I'm just getting set up. So go ahead and just leave me a comment. Let me know if you're new. Let me know if you've been here before. Say hi. Let me know where you're from in the world. I like to start off by just saying hi, greet each other, so that, it's not like this just stale, or not stale, but sterile thing of like, hi, let me know this, I like to be personal. Let's say hi. Las Vegas, Virginia, Malaysia. Wow. What time of day is it in Malaysia right now? Welcome, welcome. Thank y'all for hanging out. Is that South Florida, or am I completely off on that? So good morning. Good morning, almost afternoon in Malaysia. Wow, beautiful. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for that, Miranda. I love it. I love it. South Florida. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure if I was. All right, my dears. So, my name is Angelica, and I will be offering free and paid readings tonight. Okay. I'm going to get into it a little bit more, but free readings are free general readings. Okay. So there's no like questions or anything like that. It's just a free general read. Okay. And thank you so much. Just Britt, thank you for the compliment. I really appreciate that. And when we get into paid readings, it gets you on the list, right? And all of my paid readings go first. And I offer more than readings. I offer, we'll get into that in a minute. Thank you, Megs. Let me just finish up my protein, and then I will get into it. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. Let me know where you're from, how you doing. Let me know if you're new here. I tend to get a lot of new people. And then I will go over everything. I do mediumship. Mediumship is a paid service. All right. So we got a lot of new people. Okay, well, welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, beautiful souls, for joining me. Let me fix this really quick. Okay, all right. So, as I said, let me get my shit here to working together. So my name is Angelica, and I am in Colorado. I am a quantum healer and a channel. I'm also an empath, which allows me to read very, very deeply into people's energy. And because I'm a healer, the general, I would say, generally speaking, my readings tend to bring forth information that will help people heal, transform. I'm a catalyst and a bridge, so I catalyze people into transformation. I tend to, especially if you work with me one-on-one. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know where you're from, where you're at, where you're going, how you doing. First time, let me know if you're new. Yeah, let me know if this is your first time. Thank you guys for joining me. So, like I said, I am a healer and an empath and a channel. Okay. And those abilities allow me to work very deeply with your energy field. And also as it pertains to readings, it allows me to get very deep and kind of bring things up into your awareness. And, there's all kinds of different things. I'm like, where am I going with this? But that's kind of a little bit about me. You can join, or you can read more about me and what I do and how I facilitate more on my website. Okay. So like I said, I am offering free and paid readings tonight. Our free readings, right? Our free general readings. If you're here for a free general reading, all you have to do is leave a comment with your name. Just know that they are general readings. So they're not like questions or anything like that. Questions, love, or whatever. That's when we get into the paid readings. The paid readings, feel free to ask questions. You actually usually get up two to three maybe questions for a paid reading, right? But our free readings are just that, free general, okay? When we get into paid readings and paid services, these are the services I offer, okay? I also offer DNA activation. I had someone ask for that yesterday, and I forgot to write it on my little sheet. But when you get into a paid reading or a paid service, you get put onto a list, and I honor all of those first. As far as paid readings, that's when we can get into love, health, more than maybe just general. Or if you just want a more in-depth reading, we can do those as well, okay? I also offer energy work, mediumship, and multidimensional mediumship, okay? As far as my paid services, hi. As far as my paid services, all the links to donate are in my profile. So you click on my profile, you scroll all the way down, and there is Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. And then you let me know in the comments that you donated so that I make sure that I honor those first, okay? All right. It looks like I have Julie. I see you, my dear. Thank you for the paid reading. I'm putting you on the list. So if you'd like to get on the list right away, you can go ahead and let me know, or send your donation and then let me know. I'm gonna start a new list over here. Actually, I could have put it there. Okay. I see you. Oops, one minute, one moment. All right, Julie, I got you. You hear my cat? My cat's saying hi. Okay, so I always do, I got you, Julie. And you said general. So I always go with my paid readings first. So I'm going to do paid, and then I'll go into, if I don't have any other paid readings, I'll also go to, I'll then go to my general readings, okay? But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being in the space. My cat, you like my cat? All right. What's up, Ash? All right, Julie. So we're going to do your reading first. You said general, so that means you're open. My cat's feeling all the energy. All right. All right, I was going to say, all right, my Julie. All right, Jules. Julie, I'm going to connect to your energy. Baby girl. Okay, all right. 1 second. Come on. Come on. Yeah. All right. Had to close the door. Yeah. No, that wasn't Hunter. That was little girl. it fucks with my ability to focus sometimes. All right, Julie, I'm going to connect to your energy. And you said, General, great. First off, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. And it's always a pleasure and an honor to facilitate, okay? Love you, Yaz. Okay, I'm actually hearing to pull from the deck because that's going to get us started, okay? And the deck that I'm using, that I typically use, is the Cosmic Consciousness Ascension deck with light language. Yeah, they do. They mean well, but it becomes a little bit overwhelming because I have to have silence in order to listen. Very, very sensitive. All right, Julie. Okay. So asking for Julie for the highest, most benevolent message, insight, awareness for her highest and best good, for her journey forward to, and I will say this, if I'm reading for someone else and it resonates for you, take it. That is the beauty of these types of spaces. Learn to recognize the messages when they're coming in, because we're all conduits for each other, okay? Ooh, interesting. I have never seen this card from this deck before. So we're going to start there, okay? Hi, Rebecca. I only do questions with paid readings, my dear, okay? So, future creating, okay? Interesting. Okay, I'm just listening. So there is the card, and if you notice here, we're talking about expansion. So let me just feel into this. I've never seen this card before in this deck. Okay. So, ooh, excuse me. So this feels like we're going to go into like exactly what it says, future creating. This is about creating your future. I would say the life of your dreams. A life that is fulfilling and joyful and pleasurable. But creating it now. Future creating. So this is linked to a lot of different things. It's about creating your future, but creating it now and realizing that all of the choices, all of the resources are right here, right now. Resources kind of pings in my head as well. And, okay, all right, 1 second. If you're looking, let's see, hold on. When it comes to resources, let's see, how do I say this? When it comes to resources, understand that sometimes we may not always have all of the resources we may think we need, but it's about being resourceful, right? And the more resourceful we can be, the the less resources we might need. Does that make sense? Because it doesn't matter if our resources are limited. If we're resourceful, if we're creative, if we're imaginative, we can actually surpass or transcend the limitation, the perceived limitation of needing more resources. Okay, so there's something pretty significant coming in around resources and resourcefulness. So resources versus resourcefulness. If you're resourceful, you don't need all of the resources. You just need to be resourceful. Okay? The other part that kind of goes into this future creating thing, okay? The other part that goes into future creating is about choosing and choice, and knowing that every choice you make here and now in each moment is going to either take you further, it's going to either align you further to your dreams, it's going to take you towards your dreams, or it's going to take you further away. So it's going to take you towards it or further away, okay? I'm actually hearing to pull another card. There it is. Wow. Okay. Future creating. Interesting. Okay. Do I pull? Okay. They're like, not yet. Okay. The next card is healing. Okay. Healing. And this is about initiation. So I don't know if you're newly on a healing journey, or you've already kind of been on a healing journey, but this, whenever I get an initiation card, it typically tells me that this is where you're at where you are in a cycle of initiation. And initiation I'm trying to think of it's a process of expansion and awareness that is not always comfortable. Typically, initiations are there to bring deep awarenesses and kind of stretch us in ways that are ultimately for our highest benefit, but we may not always like it. Our ego may not always like it, and it may not always be very comfortable or pleasant. All right, you've been on one? Okay, so this is, oh, okay. All right, I'm starting to see. I love how these things work out. So your healing journey, the more you commit, recommit, etc., your healing journey is actually weaving into and supporting this future creating, because you're releasing all of, the trauma, the things that are holding you back, right? And that's putting you on a new timeline. That's putting you on a new trajectory to move in the way that you are wanting to go. Okay? I'm hearing to pull one more card. Interesting. 2. There we are. All right. Haha. Okay. Another initiation card. So your other card is inner guidance. Okay? Your inner guidance is they're both kind of linked. Okay? So this healing card, the more you heal, the more you're going to be able to hear this very loudly. Your inner guidance. Okay? This inner guidance also links into this future creating card. Being able to listen to the internal guidance, the internal inspiration, whatever inspiration that you feel inspired or guided to take action on in order to create your future now. Okay? So there's one more thing here. Hold on one second. Let me just kind of fill in. So, okay, what I'm hearing your higher self say, your higher self is coming in. Keep on going. Celebrate how far you've come. Celebrate the little victories along the way. Celebrate how far you've come, okay? because there's a lot that you've already accomplished in this line of your, or in this process of your journey, that sometimes when we're in a healing journey, or when we're on a healing journey, we just want to like we want to heal it all, and we forget to celebrate our accomplishments, and really celebrate ourselves, acknowledge ourselves for doing the work, for showing the fuck up, because not everybody is here to show up. No, not everybody wants to do it, because it's intense work. It's not all sunshine and rainbows and bunnies and, it can be really intense. It can be really intimidating. It can be daunting. You know what I mean? So celebrate yourself and celebrate how far you've come, and keep going. Okay? The more you keep going and you just work with what's coming up, you don't have to dig. The more you just work with what's coming up, or you work where you're inspired to go, trust that. Okay? So there's another element of just trusting your journey. Everything's going to unfold, especially in your healing journey, in its own divine timing. And as you heal more components or more aspects of yourself, and alchemize those lower dense energies, you're going to further shift and align yourself to creating on that different trajectory, on that different timeline, that's going to help you in your future creating, and help you get very clear in this. Okay. So this, this is like pretty significant, and it feels really emphasized in my head. So I'm just going to emphasize this card of that. Keep going. You're doing fucking awesome. And the more you heal, the more you're going to be able to really tune in to that internal guidance, and be able to listen and heed that guidance in order to put yourself on a new trajectory. Okay. All right. I'm currently reading for Julie, guys. So listen, okay? I'm going to invite you to listen. Listen to what's coming up. Listen to the messages. If it resonates, take it, because it's going to apply to you in your life in some way. If it doesn't, don't take it, okay? It's very simple. All right. So Julie, let me just check in one more time to see if there's anything else. It feels like keep going and trust the process. It feels like there's a little bit of not really backtracking, but like almost losing trust or losing faith in the process, and feeling like maybe overwhelmed or confused or lost at times. Understand that that's part of the process. And that's actually part of you redefining, recreating, and reinventing yourself, and re-knowing yourself. Okay, so keep going and trust the process, because you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Just keep going. Keep healing. Keep healing. And you're so tired of fighting. Fighting what? Tell me a little bit more about that. One second. My grief. Ah, okay. So do you have a hard time? Is it letting go of the grief? I mean, grief is a process, and it's very non-linear, just like healing is very non-linear. I see where, okay, I'm kind of feeling in and tuning into what you're kind of getting at. You lost a boy. Okay, I lost a boyfriend in 2020. I moved on, and my new boyfriend died this past November. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I'm so sorry that that happened. I'm sorry to hear that. Sending you love and comfort, and I can't personally imagine that, and so I'm not going to even try. I'm sorry about that. I understand what you mean by grief. Okay. Moved away and starting over. Good for you. The grief. Okay, here it is. Okay. This may be a little tough to hear, but I'm gonna say it because I love you. And it's meant to kind of go a little bit deeper. You're not meant to fight it. You're fighting it, you're resisting it. You're meant to feel it. The only way out is through, my dear. And that's a lot to process within, a very short amount of time. So give yourself some grace, okay? Give yourself some, compassion for taking on such a huge feat to have to process 2 deaths in such a short period of time. I don't know what it's like to lose like a partner, that close, but I lost my mom in 2018, and then I lost my brother in 2021. So I do know what it's like to lose like a loved one that's, more, a close loved one. And that's a lot to process. So give yourself some grace and some compassion and some time to really feel all the things, okay? You want to just allow yourself to feel the things. Stop fighting it. Now, that gets to be your choice, so you can fight it all you want, my dear. But the only way out is to feel all of the things. To allow it to teach you what it's here to teach you. Because, okay, the other part of this is that they want me to kind of bring in is that these 2 deaths were meant to bring you into a very deep place within yourself so that you can process some deeper underlying, things from childhood that haven't been fully processed. So it's meant to take you actually very, 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 very deep. So give yourself some time, some space, some compassion. And if you ever need any, additional support, reach out to other healers or, look for support groups, It did that, yeah. And learned a lot. Okay, so you're on the right track. You're exactly where you are. It's just I get where you're at. You're in the thick of it. You're kind of in that dark night of the soul type of place, and you just got to keep going because there's a light at the top. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I promise there is. You just got to keep going. Thank you, Fuller, for the rose. I see you, Yaz. Did you make a donation for reading? Okay, I got you. Yeah, well, that's good. Okay, so don't. You're just kind of in the thick of it, my dear. Okay? That's why give yourself some grace and compassion and love yourself through it. Like, hey, I have went through a lot. I've experienced a lot, and I'm processing a lot. So that's a lot on the human body. It's a lot on the human mind. It's a lot on the emotions, and we can become very tired and overwhelmed. Okay, so just allow yourself to feel all the things, and keep going. You have a fighter spirit, and keep healing, because that healing is going to, the way I'm kind of reading it now, there's a couple more thresholds to move past. But once you move past that threshold, it's not to say that there's not going to be, you know, healing is kind of a lifelong process. You know, there's always going to be something to, you know, to become aware of. But like the intense, like really dark, deep healing, that's going to take a little bit. Okay. Keep going. We're all sending you love. Yeah, it's really heavy. And because you're moving, thank you so much, Lisa Marie. I really appreciate that. Because you're moving through all of this heaviness, that's a lot to fucking, to carry. So allow yourself to release all of that shit, because where you're going and where you want to go, you don't need that shit. It's too heavy. If you want to, what's the phrase? If you want to fly, you gotta, you know, let go of the shit that's weighing you down. You know, same thing here. All of that density, you know, keep going deep. Whatever comes up, give it compassion and love and work through it, and give yourself compassion and love and nurture yourself while you're moving through this stuff. That's a lot. Okay? You are. I know you are. You are, my dear. So just keep going. All right? I love you. Thank you so much for that, Brandy, and thank you for the rose. All right. So we love you, Julie. Thank you for allowing me to facilitate for you and being so open for that. Okay? I love you too. I love you. Okay, one second. All right, yes. All right, I got you. 25 reading. All right, Yaz, do you have any, do you have a specific question or a specific topic that you want to go into? So, what's up, y'all? I'm currently doing paid readings. Okay, so if something, you know, I'm currently going to be reading for Yaz, or for Yasmin. And so if something resonates while I'm reading for her, you know, take it, apply it to your life. If it doesn't resonate, then don't take it. But that's who I'm going to be reading for next, as soon as she gets back to me. And I'm also offering other paid services. Okay, just general. All right, cool. So paid readings are when you can ask the questions. You can go for love, you know, relationship, health, career, etc. You know, that's when you ask the questions and we can go really, really deep. Okay, I no longer do yes or no free readings, because I like to give people context. Okay, I like to give. Okay, so that's what's on on deck. All right, but I also offer energy work, mediumship, and multidimensional mediumship. Okay, otherwise stick around for more general readings or that are free. Okay, all right. Yes, she said general. All right, my dear. All right. Okay, my dear. Okay, when I'm already getting stuff when I tap in. So as with everybody, kind of right now, everybody's going through a huge transition. And that's kind of what comes up to me in your, like, when I kind of just tap in. Huge transformation, huge undertaking. A little overwhelming at times, but you keep taking the baby steps there to get there, because you're gonna get there. All right, so Yaz, for the asking for the highest, most benevolent messages, insights awareness to come through for her highest good and the highest good of all, and for her highest good and her highest good and alignment on her journey of empowerment, of upliftment, of clarity, etc. Two, three. Ooh, almost. Okay, so we're gonna cut the deck. How's everybody feeling? So y'all, so right now I'm doing paid readings, and paid readings are where you get to ask questions. My free readings have changed, and they have recently shifted to just general, okay? So if you do want a free general reading, feel free to stick around. Oh yeah, you feeling good? Feeling good? Okay. All right, yes. Your first card. So your first card is surrender. And right here let's see, where's focus. Awareness. I don't know why it's not focusing. Ooh, awareness. Anyway, this is about the process, surrendering to the process. This kind of trickles into, this trickles into this whole transformation and transition that you're in. And it's surrendering to the entire process of, and that means, you know, there's going to be times where you're frustrated, overwhelmed, feeling over it, maybe overworked. It's part of the process is all of it. And recognizing that all of it is part of the process and surrendering to the process is going to actually help you lessen any suffering, and just being like here, present, now. Okay, this is part of the process. How can I make the most of it? How can I enjoy it? How can I just be really, really present and learn what I need to learn? Because you're learning now what you need to learn for you know, when you do finally transition into that next phase or into that next chapter. Okay? Do one more card. You see it? Okay, I'm actually hearing to just take from the top of the deck. All right. Because I mean, I don't know everything, but I do know some of your stuff. So your next card is communication. And this is a grand initiation. Why? Okay, initiation. This is about initiation, okay? I know you're, are you still learning? Are you still learning a new language? You still learning a new language? Yeah, this is part of the transition, the transformation. And this is huge, huge, huge. Okay, all right. I'm feeling I'm feeling like the frustration. I feel the impatience. And then like the impatience fuels the frustration, and it kind of goes in a circle or a cycle. And then you just want it to kind of like, you're impatient. You're like me. You kind of want it to be like, you want it to be done. You want to already be there. So surrendering to the process, okay, so that you can squeeze out every little bit of juice and every little bit of whatever you need to learn for that next phase. And then that communication card is surrendering, you know, so also surrendering to that process of, you know, communication, learning that new language. You know, it's kind of like learning to drive stick. or learning to drive like a manual transmission for the first time seems really freaking impossible. But eventually, after tries and tries and tries, and after all the reps, you get it. So there's just a huge emphasis on surrendering to the process, and especially with like the communication, because you really want to refine that. And the more reps that you put in now, the more that that's going to set you up really well later. And, you know, when you finally do transition and you finally do move and you finally do kind of move into that next chapter of your life. So there's something else here about communication. I'm even hearing, I don't know if you're working on it, but like, you know, just communication skills in general, outside of like the language and learning the new language, just communication skills in general, learning how to really listen and hear what someone's asking so that you can be a more effective communicator, just like communication skills all around, like in general. Okay. So working on, I mean, if you're not already, communication skills. I just keep hearing communication skills. Okay. Working on those, sharpening those, because that's going to really set you up for that big move. Okay. Last card. Whoa. Okay. Do I take them? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Do I take it? 1 second. I'm just feeling into how the cards are meant to come up. Okay, I'm going to take it like this. So this is your next card. This is your next card, my dear. You're becoming a teacher? Yeah, you're going to be teaching English, right? Aren't you? Okay, so this is your next card. This is how it came out. All right. Universal flow. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So the impatience and the non-surrendering, the impatience, the non-surrendering, the frustration, keep working on it, because that's actually creating resistance to you being in universal flow. The more, I would say, the more you surrender to the process you are in right now and enjoying, you know, exactly where you're at, and just soaking it all up and getting all the juice and stuff, the more you're going to surrender and align to universal flow, rather than kind of hit up against it, because rather than hit up against it. So I would say keep working through the frustration, or, you know, like whatever that looks like, the frustration, the impatience, you know, whenever that comes up, I would maybe remind myself of, you know, why you're doing what you're doing, and that this is setting you up for the next phase. And the more you can be just patient with the whole process and surrender with the whole process, the more you're going to click into your own rhythm. And that can actually accelerate the process, accelerate and expedite the process of your move. Okay, so the more, I would say, the more resistance that you feel, I would work with that, and so that you can actually alchemize that, because right now it's like resistance on water. It feels like it keeps, like, not that it's fully holding you back, because it's not, it's just creating more resistance than necessary. Okay. So work with that impatience. Remind yourself this is part of the this is part of the plan. It's part of the process. And the more you can be present and soak up all the things, the more you're going to be prepared. Okay. All right. Last card. I actually got 2 cards, and I was heard to take it. I heard to take it. What? I was hearing to take it. So this is about initiation. Okay. Forgiveness. Initiation. So this actually feels like when I tap into this frequency, it feels like this is part of what's creating some of the resistance. Like the non-forgiveness, not forgiveness itself, but like just non-forgiveness. So I would encourage or invite you to honestly take a look at all of the areas of your life, past and present, and see where there is any forgiveness needed, whether it's for yourself or others or past relationships. You know, sit down and kind of feel into forgiveness, see maybe what pops up, what memories, see who pops up, kind of feel into it, and then maybe do some forgiveness work. And then even if it's yourself, forgiving yourself for not being there already, forgiving yourself for, you know, feeling that you should be there when you're not, or forgiving, you know, just forgiving whatever needs to be forgiven, because it's going to, in addition to kind of working through the impatience and the frustration, the forgiveness stuff is going to really help support you in the process and create, I would say, significant clarity around some things. And it's also going to clear some shit out of your field. Okay? That's still holding on, that you're still holding on to, but maybe, I don't know if you know, but it's still in your field. I can feel it kind of like, I can feel it kind of roaming around up there. But working on forgiveness. Okay. So let me see if there's anything else. No, I feel like I'm being told like I gave you quite a bit. Okay. So that's kind of what I feel for you, my dear. Definitely work on that. See what comes up around that. Maybe do some journaling or self-reflection and see kind of what or who or what situations or memories come up around that, and then see, you know, because that's going to really help you clear. It's stuff that you need to clear before you move, okay? Because it's holding you in a loop. It's holding you in place. And you need to let go of it fully before you can. So I would encourage that as well. All right, yes. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that was I hope it made sense, and I hope that helps. And hi, thank you for honoring me and allowing me to read for you. Love you. I love you too. Loved you. All right, my dears. So let me just see. We got about maybe like 20 more minutes or so. So if anybody would like a free general reading, I'm going to do last call for free general readings. Okay. Sorry. If you would like a free general reading, leave a comment with your name. You know, and or if you'd like a paid services, the paid readings are when we get into like the cards, or if you want like a reading around love life, relationship, career, health, etc. Good night, yes. It was great seeing you. Okay. All right. And then if you have any questions about any of those services, let me know. And yeah, I'll wait for a couple more moments. Hi, Kimberly. All right, I have something in my eye, not something in my eye, but like, there we go. I found it. All right, so you'd like a free general? Okay, all right. Actually, I guess I lied. Sometimes I am called to do the cards for like the general, because it helps to kind of like expedite the process. So I'm just going to connect to your energy. Interesting. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to ask for the highest, most benevolent message, insights, or awarenesses for Kimberly in her highest and best good on her journey to support her in her alignment, empowerment, upliftment, clarity, whatever medicine that she may need. Okay, and all right, so we're gonna split the deck. So last call. So last call for anyone who would like a free general. Don't be shy, it's okay. Hi Ash, how are you, my dear? You're not late, you're right on time. Okay, so who am I reading for? Kimberly. This is for Kimberly and anybody else who resonates with this, okay? So Kimberly, your card is self-worth. And so, okay, hold on. Awareness, okay? This is about awareness around self-worth. This actually feels like, let me just kind of tune in a little bit. Okay, how I'm kind of hearing it and sensing it and perceiving it is that it feels like your sense of self-worth is tied into other people. I feel too specifically, as well as here's the thing, it doesn't feel like it's fully sourced from you, your self-worth. It's kind of sourced from external people, external sources, circumstances, etc. Okay? And there's no judgment here. It's more about awareness, right? Because the card said awareness. So it's more about becoming more aware around like where okay, hold on. What's it? There's like a couple of questions that are coming through to maybe consider. So I would invite you to maybe explore and reflect on some of these questions that are coming through. When it comes to my self-worth, where do I feel when it comes to my self-worth, where do I feel unworthy? And where do I feel worthy? Okay, so where do you feel worthy? Where do you feel unworthy? Okay, this is actually a much more deeper, but this is about like bringing greater self-awareness around your self-worth and where it's actually, where you're actually resourcing it from or sourcing it from, because it feels like there are external sources and we really want to be sourced in our self-esteem, our self-worth, our self-value within ourselves. We want to source it there first. Because here's the thing, if it's sourced outside and that relationship goes wonky, or there's a fight, or, you know, maybe that person leaves, or, you know, they vibrate out of our life, then where's your self-worth? It's connected to them. So we always want to source it here first. So there's just something around really encouraging you to kind of figure out where your self-worth is, and then begin to source it from within. And that can be like that can require other steps and other support. So I'm always here for, you know, if you want to go deeper, okay, or, you know, there's all kinds of other resources out there. Okay, but this is what I'm feeling is like it kind of wants to go really deep, but it's a general reading, so I'm gonna kind of leave it there. But this is about your self-worth and where is it actually being sourced from, because it feels like it's being sourced from externally, and we want to get that internally. Of course, it gets to be your decision though. Okay, you understand? All right, my dear. Well, I hope that helps. Maybe try reflecting on those questions and see what comes up. Okay, that one was a deeper one. So thank you for being receptive to that. All right, you were on a Google spiral. It's okay, we always all of it, that happens to us all at some point. All right, so again, I already did a last call, so let's just finish up here. Yeah, I'm just kind of just finishing up, Ash. Yeah, Kaylee, I only offer free general readings, okay? Paid readings, then we can get into like love and stuff like that. So I'll do a general. Are you still here, Kaylee? If not, then is anybody else interested in a free general? You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, you got a word and you're trying to figure out where it comes from. I get that. I got it. That's research. I mean, I don't consider that a Google spiral. I consider that research. Okay, so who am I reading for? Otho. All right, Cat. Okay, Kaylee, Cat, right? Kaylee, Cat. Yeah. All right, Kaylee. So I'm just going to tune into your energy. General. Okay, so asking for the highest, most benevolent insights, awarenesses, messages that wish to come through for Kaylee and her highest and best good, for her highest best alignment, empowerment, upliftment, and whatever other medicine that she may need in this moment. These cards aren't flying out today. We must all be gearing up for the eclipse. I did. Okay, my dear. So, Kaylee, here's your card. Your card is compassion. Okay? This is all about expanding. And so the way I would read this card, if you want to kind of glance at it a little bit, the way I would read this card is okay. All right. How do I put this into words? So it feels like expanding your ability to feel compassion and, you know, for others. However, that always starts internally. It always starts with self. So I would ask myself the question, what parts of me feel unacceptable, unlovable, unheard, unseen, unforgivable, unlikable, kind of along those lines. And give yourself compassion in those places. It's kind of really straightforward and very kind of starting at a very, like, I guess, basic level. But it's calling you to give yourself compassion on a deeper level. Because sometimes we can be a little harsh with ourselves. But like, if it was our friends, we'd totally be compassionate with them, and we'd uplift them, support them, right? But where do we fall in that? It's important that we give ourselves that, that compassion as well. And we give ourselves grace, compassion. We nurture ourselves in those places that feel unlovable, unseen, unheard, unlikable, unacceptable. Okay? So this is about expanding your ability to expanding your ability to give compassion to others by starting with yourself. Where within you, what parts within you need compassion? They need that love. They need that nurturance. So I would start there, okay? Really, really short, really, really to the point, but that's what I hear. Okay? That's what I hear for you, Kaylee. Compassion, so important, especially if you're on a healing journey. I mean, compassion is just in general, compassion. It's important. It's important. Okay. Miranda, I see you. I see you, my dear. Thank you for being here, Kaylee. I hope that resonates. If it doesn't, then, don't take it. That's okay. It's not gonna insult me. Okay, Miranda. You're welcome. You're welcome, Kaylee. I hope that that helps you kind of move in that direction. Gets to be your choice, though. It's not my choice. Okay. All right. So, Miranda, I'm going to connect your energy first. Okay. So, asking for the highest, most benevolent messages, insights, awarenesses for Miranda to support her on her journey of alignment, empowerment, clarity, or whatever other medicine she may need in this moment. Great. Okay. These cards are not... Feels like a lot of just kind of... I mean, there's some complacency, but it feels like just kind of lost and confused and not sure, because the cards move when... Interesting. All right. All right. Don't mind me, I'm talking to myself. So here is... This is the Cosmic Consciousness Ascension deck by Jamie Price. This is the best. It's the best one ever. I really like it. So this is your card, Miranda, and this is how it came out. It's communication. Okay, but this is how it came out. And so as I'm listening, it kind of feels like there's miscommunications. Okay, you know how, have you ever talked to someone and you've had a misunderstanding and then you kind of figured out where the misunderstanding was, and you maybe thought you were being really clear in what you were saying, but then it turns out maybe you weren't being so clear? It kind of feels like that, okay? It's kind of these miscommunications that keep happening because of lack of clear communication. And again, clear communication with others begins with the self. Being able to really fully understand ourselves first and communicate clearly within ourselves first, then we can actually translate that skill, because it is a skill. Trust me, it's a skill. We're able to translate that skill into our different relationships and communicating. So this feels like it goes into a couple of different things. I would ask myself things like, where do I have the opportunity to kind of polish my communication skills? Where maybe am I not fully being honest with myself and communicating very clearly and honestly? Okay, because communication, it all kind of swirls around in that throat center, or that throat chakra. It's about communication, receiving and giving. So listening and being able to clearly communicate. It's about expression. And it's also about honesty, speaking our truth and being very honest and authentic and vulnerable. This is a big power center. This is where the self-esteem is, which is a big part of our power. Okay. So I would ask, where am I being honest with myself? Where do I have the opportunity to be more honest, right? By identifying where am I being, maybe not so truthful with myself. And I'm kind of feeling like that might, I don't know if that triggers triggers the defenses. But remember, this isn't, this is a safe space. So there's no judgment, and there's no reason for you to judge yourself either. And if judgment comes up within you, that's just a chance and opportunity you get to work with that as well. Why do I feel the need to judge myself? Okay. I feel like there was something else along the lines of communication. I would even ask, where is the miscommunication happening? I would ask that internally first. Where is the miscommunication happening within myself? Because then if you pinpoint and identify that first, then you'll be able to understand where the miscommunication is happening externally, like with other people or in circumstances. But I get I just keep hearing miscommunication in my head. So just a really grand opportunity for you to practice those communication skills, okay? It feels that way, and I understand. Okay, you got it. All right. But I'm glad that it resonates. That's your card, my dear. Thank you for being receptive and allowing me to read for you. Oh, totally. I am the queen of being misunderstood, but we are a work in progress. Yeah, exactly. Just be kind to yourself. When we're misunderstood, because I've been misunderstood my whole life too. So I totally know what that feels like. And you're right. It's just an opportunity to become even more clear and learn how to communicate, because these are skills. They're skill sets that we can actually learn, like a muscle, that we learn and we have to cultivate like a muscle, like we would any other muscle. All right. You're welcome, Miranda. Thank you for being here, my dear. So, then you find out that we've been trying to fit in. Yep. Yep, trying to fit in. If people misunderstand you, they misunderstand you. That's their issue, and that's their gift to figure out, Because I know when I've misunderstood people, I'm like, oh, okay, because I'm not fully clear in myself. Yep, we're born to stand out. Erica, are you still here? You were asking if you could get a card. That's a them problem. Yep, exactly. It's always great to hear messages and getting information. What people can help you finding yourself. Yeah, exactly. And please remember, I mean, there's so many resources out, on YouTube, and so much free information out there, and if anybody else, who receives a reading or not feels guided or inspired to work with me one-on-one or to go deeper into these things, contact me through my website, or message me through TikTok and we can talk, I'm here to support because I will not be doing readings forever. You're welcome, Miranda. Okay, so Erica's still here. All right, Erica, so I'm going to, that's beautiful. So you're here to be resourceful as fuck then, Miranda. It's like, she says, perfect. I always write down notes and information. I used to do that for readings, even if they were free. I always paid for readings. But I would always write down all the notes that felt relevant, and I, took them and learned from them and grew from them. So good on you. Okay, so Erica, my dear, I'm going to tune into your energy. All right. Asking for any insights, any high benevolent insights, awarenesses, messages for Erica and her highest and best good along her journey of alignment, of empowerment, upliftment, clarity, whatever other medicine she might need in this moment. So it is. Oh, there it is. Wow, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. I can already tell it's going to read differently though. Okay, you got literally the same card, but it jumped out this time. Okay, but this time it's upright rather than pew. It's this way. Okay. So let me just fill into this a little bit, Erica. Okay, this does definitely read a little bit different. Okay, so this feels like very, very strong, very significant invitation to brush up on your communication skills, because the way that it comes through is that these skills will be highly valuable in the work that you're going to be doing. So learning how to, again, understand what people are actually saying, being able to maybe rephrase what they're saying, and really active listening, all of the different skill sets of communication, brushing up on any communication skills and sharpening that communication skill set, because there's something, it comes through as an opportunity or something that you're going to be doing, or that you're going to be like called to do, that this skill set is going to be highly valuable. And if you take the opportunity now to hone that and polish that up and really refine that, you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready for that opportunity. I don't know what kind of opportunity, but that's how it comes in. So that's how I'm relaying it. So here's my invitation. I would learn, if you don't already know, my dear, about like, or if you don't already, I mean, we all communicate in different ways, but like communication is a very specific skill set. It's literally like bodybuilding. In bodybuilding, you're mastering the body, and communication, there's so many different facets to master. Okay. So the invitation that I want to give to you, Erica, is start learning, whether it's YouTube, whether it's other free resources, following people on social media that are expert communicators. And they give tips and they kind of teach people how to communicate, YouTube, social media, different things where you can tap into this information for free. And really learn how to sharpen the skill set of communication, because there's an opportunity that I see coming, something that you will be inspired. Like I feel this like inspired passion, igniting joy. Okay. That when it comes along, you'll be prepared. Okay. And I'm going to leave it there. Another serious. Yep. So serious. Okay. Wow, Miranda. Thank you for sharing that. It was great to hear from that. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Miranda makes a good point, like a great point. Ooh, excuse me. I've had readings where I wrote down things and I maybe forgot, or they didn't quite fit, but I wrote them down anyway. And it wasn't until later, whether it was 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, I was like, holy shit, this was like so on point. So yeah, I that's why I write them down, because I forget really quickly. And it can be insights that we can use and utilize later on in life to, You're welcome, Erica. I'm glad that helped. I hope that it's a serious day. Yeah, it's a serious day. Yeah, I don't know. Ash seems to think it's public speaking. That could be Ash's gut coming up, because Ash has a good gut instinct. Hers is usually pretty on point. I don't know. They're not telling me, but they're saying highly, highly, highly encouraging you to learn communication skills and really polish up that skill set and refine it, because something's coming, and it's gonna be something that you maybe didn't know or realize was gonna spark. The word I hear is immense joy. So it's a surprise. It's a surprise. But I'd be curious to know, how that shows up, and if that shows up. So feel free to come back to me later and message me and let me know. I have people that come back to me and they're like, whoa, your reading was spot on. I'm like, they usually are. So I'd be really, really curious to know. That's how exciting that is. So I think that's it for us tonight. Yay, I get to go to bed early. Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing what information you get and learn about yourself. Yeah, exactly. And each reader can tap into a different, they might be tapping into different information. And it's really also interesting, because then some readers, they're actually channeling from their ego, or they're talking from their ego, and they could be way off. So it's also important to have your own discernment around which readers you allow to read your space. That's a very intimate thing, is to allow someone to read your energy like that. It's pretty intimate. You're welcome, Erica. Thank you for being here and being so receptive. Absolutely, Miranda. Please let me know. You learned that hard lesson. What about your gut instinct? Or what are you talking about, Ash? True, and it's amazing what other readers get and keep the notes. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Be discerning about what readers you allow into your space. Oh, the people reading from ego. Got you. Yeah. Yeah. And unfortunately, it does happen, but also fortunately, because it teaches us how to have better discernment. Yeah. May happen in the future, in the present. Exactly. Yeah. And it help. Yeah. Discernment. Discernment. All right, my dears, that's gonna be all for me tonight. I will be back tomorrow around the same time, 9 p.m. or 9:30-ish p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you feel guided to work with me at all one-on-one, I will be here. You can contact me through my website. And until then, yeah. She worked for one and she poofed and blocked. Yep, but now you have better discernment. So thank God for that person. Yeah, exactly. Enjoy your week. Have a great evening, everybody. Love you, love you, love you, love you.